Right, you lot, we're here. African Cup of Nations. We've got a favourable draw in the group. We can do this. We can get through this. But what was that result against Jamaica in the friendly? Losing at home to Jamaica in the friendly. That is just terrible. It's a lack of focus, I think. A complete lack of focus on your part. I'm not happy about this at all. Yeah, Serge? What was that? You don't think any of this is real? What do you mean? It's not as if you're computerized versions of real life players. It's not as if I'm filming this and broadcasting it to YouTube for other people's entertainment. This is real life. I don't care how many cats you think have gone past the door. You lot have been spending far too much time with a kit man. What was his name? Morpheus? Yeah. Anyway, you guys need to get out there and do the business. I'll accept nothing else. Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 8 of this Ivory Coast challenge save. We have moved on to the African Cup of Nations. We should be with a huge amount of confidence behind us after how we got here, but a result that we've just had as a friendly just before this put all of that into question. Now, we've just had the winter update and I'm not sure whether that has had an effect on our tactics. I guess we'll see in the game today against Benin. We'll have a look through the group that we've drawn as well. And I've not seen anything on Twitter either about this particular update having an impact on tactics. So we will see. But let's have a look at the group that we've drawn and that result and the squad that we've put out. So first of all, we went home against Jamaica. They're 40th in the world, so they're a decent side. They're not a terrible side. And we lost 3-1. We had some injuries, and as you can see, we had Asale up top. We had a Julio there, and a back line which wasn't our usual back line, but that's it. Other than that, it was pretty strong, but we just were not very good. XG wise, it was a close game, but they scored some goals, so that's not kind of what we wanted, and I feel this is a little disappointing. So the African Cup of Nations group that we've drawn, we've got, I think, a fairly good group. We've got Nigeria, who we have already beaten twice since I've arrived. They're 34th in the world. So this is going to be, it'll be interesting to see how we do now after just losing that game. We're playing Benin today, who are 88th in the world. I feel this should be a reasonable victory. They've got Stephen Mounier, who was Brighton, wasn't he? Was he at Brighton? Huddersfield, that's it. Rudy Gestede. So a few players you might recognise. And so 88th in the world. And Namibia is the other team that we're playing. They're 120th in the world. Ryan Nyambe, I had him in my Crystal Palace save. He was excellent, so he is a good player. I don't know about the rest of them. And Nigeria, obviously, there's some great players in this Nigerian side. Ndidi, Iheanacho, Alex Iwobi, etc., etc. So we will see how we do here. But today we're playing Benin. I'm hoping this should be a reasonably straightforward game. But you never know, do you? You never know. Squad that we have brought with us, there is a notable player missing, and that is Eric Bailly at centre-back. He is injured. He'll miss the whole tournament. I did have a bunch of other injuries leading into the tournament, which were kind of which has disrupted our build-up a little bit. But the likes of Kasame, the likes of Boga, and a couple of others, I think Bolly, all those were injured, so they should all be ready to go in this first game. I think the squad looks pretty good, so I'm just going to set it up for this first game against Benin, and then we'll come back and play the game in front of the cameras. Right then, so the team we are going to be going with is here. We are going to be putting Kiyame up top. We're going with the attacking tactic. Zahar, Boga and Pepe are going to be our attacking three midfielders. Fofana's come in alongside Kessié. across the central midfield, and then Conan the Barbarian on the left, Aurier on the right, and we're going with Bolly and Kosanyu as the two centre backs. But I might change that to Delhi. We'll see how we go there. He's done all right in that position, and Mande in goal. Bench looks strong. Player that you might not have seen before as Lamine Kone, who's the 32-year-old right back. We're a bit weak on right backs within the country's pool, so we need to have a little look what we can do about that beyond Serge Aurier. I think there might be a couple of youngsters coming through, but nothing really at the minute. And strength in depth behind our first team is a bit of an issue as well. Okay, let's go and do this. We're selecting the team. Can we win this first game against Benin? I guess we are expected to. We've got some great players in there. Let's take this seriously. Let's step on the gas and maybe go a couple of goals early on, and so we don't need to worry about it. The game right at the end against Nigeria, if we've already qualified, that won't be really a problem at all, and we'll see what happens there. Ideally, we want to finish top. But if we can't finish top, well, finishing second is fine. We can even finish third and get away with it. A proportion of the third place teams will go through to the knockout stages. So this shouldn't be an issue getting through this, but we want an easy tie coming into the next game, don't we? We don't want a tough knockout game in the first round. Well, Zaha's always useful. Of course, Boga's going to play well. Let's go and do this. This is a big game for us in the African Cup of Nations. Obviously, we did the WAFU Cup, which was a good performance for us, but obviously this is a different kettle of fish now. But we've got the ball here on the on this left side. Zaha back to Bolly. Kosanyu playing across the back. Nicely done, Zaha, who had a very poor game against Jamaica. Well, there's a chance here for Fana. And that's well done. It's disallowed. That's a shame. Lovely ball in, and Pepe found himself unmarked, really. Their defence just stepped up at the right time. Pepe came in and scored the goal. But good positive start from the boys. Not seen much from Benin so far. Not seeing much from us, to be fair. Highlights wise. Getting a lot of shots. XG's creeping up. But Cebu. It's a bloody penalty. Wow. Well, they've had nothing at all. And Rudy Gestett. And it's past the goalkeeper, so that is not good. And we are 1-0 down at this stage, and that is not what we want. Good God. Well, we'll keep things as they are until half-time. We'll fire them up, perhaps. I don't know what's going on quite. We are getting chances. Looks like we've had some decent chances, but not as decent as a penalty. I'll need to shout at them. Thrash the arms, far from pleased. Dear me. Let's have a look at the tactics and see what we can do here, because this isn't ideal. I might swap these two round. Box to box. Maybe move to an inverted winger. I'm not sure quite what that's going to do. And we might go with a slightly different forward line perhaps in a second, but we should be scoring goals. Demand more at this stage. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Come on, boys. So we work the ball in the box on. Standard passing. Let's be more expressive. Let's see if we can outdo this side, because a losing here would not be good. But here's a chance. Pepe. It's in. It's Bolly, and you can see the update. We got the little graphic telling you who got the assist. So Bolly, an important header, and Pepe scores the goal. So can we kick on from here? I think we might go. I might go attacking now. As long as we can get through this, this is the key thing. We've got players on the bench. Boga, ball in, and another chance perhaps. Kessié hanging back. We're not seeing the long shots that we were scoring quite a few of. I don't know whether they've maybe sorted with that, because we were scoring a lot of those. Whether they've kind of reduced that. Is that in? That's in. Kiyame. Yes, and that's nicely done. So a little bit of a worry. It looks like it's been settled down. Right, but we've got a kick-off highlight. They've still only had one shot, and it was the penalty that they scored from. Here we come though. Fofana, lovely ball. We've started to play some football. Zaha. And they've cleared it. You feel like he should have found his man there, but he didn't. Bolly into Conan, creating some width from fullback, and it's another offside goal. Playing some good football now. Well, Verdon. We were finding against. We were a little bit open, and I wonder whether it is the fullbacks we've got on, but we were a little bit open to the odd chance beyond what we normally are. I feel that I'd be disappointed if we didn't win this now. I think we should be winning this and probably going on to maybe score another. Zaha's running down this side. We are starting to see chances. Back to Conan the Barbarian. Kessié. Is he going to try and put the ball in? He does. Chips it in, and it's in there. It's another disallowed goal. It's 3 disallowed goals today. Crazy. Was he offside? Well, he was apparently, but we are certainly creating havoc. So they've had one shot. What have we got on the bench? We've got Diallo, who is an interesting youngster, who we might well give some chances to. But I'm thinking, I think Pepe, he can play on that right side. Boga can play on the left side. Who can play in the centre? Traore can play in the centre. We'll do that. Young Mr. Traore. Maybe we'll get a chance for him. But 2-1 up against Benin. It's not the best. Oh, here we go. It's Kiyame. He smashed it wide. Dear God, mate. That's awful. Another chance here. Looks like we're finally turning things on. Traore beats his man. Kessié, is he going to have a shot? Over the top. My God, the chances are 2.4. I mean, we should be ahead, way more ahead than we are now. We'll bring on maybe Gabamin in there. Decent player, solid player in that midfield, and maybe Pepe can come off. Diallo coming on. I think Diallo's a very, very good player. They've had no chances at all and just beat them there. Kessié, beautiful ball inside, and Kiyame, he needs to get a goal. He does get a goal. Goalkeeper was nowhere there, and Kessié gets the assist. So we're 3-1 up, and it's looking a lot better than ours. I was worried in that first half. I cannot lie there. Next game will be against Namibia, and you feel we should be winning that game. And then the interesting one, I suppose, is how we're going to get on against Nigeria. But that is it for today. A comfortable victory in the end against Benin. There was really very little that they did apart from the penalty. We had 3 disallowed goals. Yeah, I'll have to figure out why that might be the case. But we certainly looked a strong team. Kiyame did score a goal early on, so he's got a couple of goals. Bolly's got one. And, the wide players looked menacing as well in the second half. So I think all in all, really not too bad. I think that's about the right thing to say. And we'll move on. And let's have a look how no injuries. And we can see there we are in a good position. Obviously, we're going to be playing Namibia up next. I feel we should win that. And then it'll be Nigeria after that. And that will be a bit of an interesting game. If we have a little look through the rest of the competition, looks like maybe a bit of a surprise. Ghana not winning their game. I think they were playing Uganda. A lot who haven't played. Algeria getting a win. They are expected to do well. Tunisia, another side, expected to do well. So there are plenty of sides here that we would expect to beat if we get through this first round. So you do want to finish top, I think. Okay, folks. Well, we'll be coming back very shortly for the game against Namibia on Thursday. I hope you are looking forward to that. If you have enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.